Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Grand Rapids Area Library for Artastic with Grandma Nancy. I'm Grandma Nancy, and I didn't see you last month, so hopefully you're all set with summer vacation. I think everyone should be on summer vacation now, and if you're not yet, you will be shortly. There's a lot of activities going on this summer at the Grand Rapids Area Library. So if you want to check on their website and find out what's going on, I encourage you to do that. Summer is hustling and bustling at the Grand Rapids Area Library, and it would be fun to take advantage of some of the activities they have. They have Miss Diana. You met her when I was gone for a couple months, and she'll be doing some activities, exploration. It'll be science, it'll be art, and I think you'd have a really good time with that. Check the dates. I believe she's going to be here 3 times over the summer, so that'll be great. And there's some other in-house activities going on. So I encourage you to come on down with your grown-up and have a good time. Today, we're gonna do some scratch art. We've done this before, but it's really a great technique and medium to use, so we thought it would be fun start for the summer. You're gonna get a kit. You can have a grown-up come down, and you have a kit like this. Have someone pick it up at the Grand Rapids Area Library, and let's see what you're going to get in here. A blank piece of paper. That's always nice. And this is the exciting stuff, this black, thick paper. You'll get 2 sheets, so that's really great. And you'll be able to do 2 different projects on that. That'll be really fun. And then you'll get this wooden stick. It's called a stylus tool. It is sharp, so you don't want to touch it on people's body parts. You want to be safe with it. Use it safely. It's almost like a giant toothpick, really. But it'll scratch off the black, and then underneath it we have color. So it's really fun, and it's kind of a surprise. You don't know it's rainbow paper. This is rainbow paper, so there's all kinds of colors underneath it. So you can't really tell what's under until you scratch it. And't show you how to do that in a moment. Okay, so get your materials out, find a nice place to work. You don't have to do this, you might want to cover your work area with a newspaper because you'll get a lot of shavings off of this. So if that would be helpful to keep your area clean, go ahead and put some newspaper down. And then we'll be ready to go. All right, everyone set up. I'm using my paper from the paper bag to collect my little shavings. So this is just little doodles that show you kind of what we can do. Here's a little fish, a tree, a flower, looks like a checkerboard, Grand Rapids Area Library logo. So it's very, very fun, and we'll get started here. You can use your paper any way you want. You can use it this way, or you can use it this way, whichever way you want to use it. I was thinking, I just went on a trip to Idaho and Montana, and we saw so many beautiful lakes, and came back to Minnesota, and again, saw so many beautiful lakes here in Minnesota. There's a lot of beautiful lakes, rivers. We saw huge rivers that were just, the water was running. So I thought it might be kind of fun to theme mine today around water and the critters that live in the water, live by the water. You obviously know there's a lot of fish, turtles, otters, things like that. But we actually saw other animals that I sometimes forget they use the water. We saw deer in the rivers, right in the middle of the river. We saw antelope, we saw sheep, we saw goats. It's really interesting, all the things that you can find in the water. So I'm gonna just look at this, and I wanna make a background, kind of a landscape. I wanna make a background of something, and then I wanna make water, but I want the majority of my piece to be water. So I'm gonna do that as a starting point. You may do whatever you want. In fact, this blank piece of paper that's in your packet, you can use it to just sketch out certain things, but I'm not gonna do that because I already kind of feel like I know what I'm gonna do. But you could sketch out what you want to do. You can use both sides. It can be a practice sheet, okay? You could even use, you can even do little things up here that you want to put onto your piece. So whatever you want to do. So this little tip is sharp, and watch what happens when I make a line. Isn't that cool? So I don't know what color is gonna be underneath here. I don't know, but you can see all the different colors coming up. And I'm just gonna keep going. I wanna make this look as if they're waves coming across the water. And I'm not making them the same. You can probably see that because it's interesting when you see waves, sometimes some really big ones come through and sometimes some little shorter ones come through. So, and then I just push this extra stuff off, but you don't need to. See, this is the black that comes off, and that's why you might want to be working on a space. So this is going to be water, and then this will be the landscape part, the land there. I think I want to make a few more waves, but I don't want them like the top. Now, what lives in the water? Well, of course, fish are in the water, so I'm gonna make a fairly good size fish. Make him kind of smiling. I always think that fish looks so grumpy, so I like to make a little bit of a smile on him. And then I'll just make a circle like that for the eye, but I can go back and forth and get all that black out like that. Okay, so let's see, he's gonna have a fin going this way, and I just wanna give that a little more depth. So I'll go like that, and I might make some tail fins that help him swim. Usually they have a little one down here too. And generally up here, there's also one. Maybe I can make two, and it doesn't have to be realistic. It can be a fun kind of a fish, whatever you want to do. Hey, he's looking like a fish. Now, I'm gonna do the scales. You can make scales any way you want. You can make them like this, like I'm making them. I'm just making a bumpy line. Looks like a bumpy line, right? You could make them like little U's that are on their side. Little U's, little U's, little U's. Or you could make V's, go in any direction you want. I'll go this direction now. V's like this. You can make a combination like I just did. It's fun, isn't it, to see the colors that come out. That's really great. Very colorful. And then I might add some more fun things in here. You decide. You certainly have a lot of options with this sort of thing. Make this smile even bigger because we are a happy fish. And sometimes fish are drawn with bubbles coming up as they're breathing, right? So you can do that. Again, you don't have to do this for a theme. You can do whatever you want. You can make mountains, things like that. You can make birds, whatever you want to do. I might have on my, I'll come back to this bottom part, but I just had an idea in my head, so now I want to do it. This is supposed to be a rock, so maybe the shore is over here. That's supposed to be a rock, and let's see if you can figure out what I'm going to make on the rock. Anybody know yet? You might need a few more things on here. I think I'll make that behind, and now we'll get the head, so maybe you will know. And we have tails on these things too, don't we? And then the other leg is gonna be over here, so I notice he's not standing on the water. He's probably ready to dive in. If you don't know what it is yet, keep thinking. I think you'll know when I do these lines. I think you will know. And again, I like little happy creatures. It's a turtle. This is a little turtle. And turtles are those kind of animals. I'm gonna make just some little squiggly lines. His head looks a little boring. They're just those animals that are on land and water. If you've ever seen a turtle by the shore and they slide into the water, and then you can see them underwater if you're really lucky, and they swim so fast. I don't know that people realize how fast. If you really want to go all out, you could decorate each one of the little sections of their shell. It's kind of fun. They're not really in the wild decorated like that, but it's fun to add a little fun like that. Okay, what else do I need? I probably, as long as I'm up here, I'm gonna go with making some trees that are on the shore. And trees generally, as we come down, it's gonna be a little thicker. It's gonna be a little thicker down here. So that's that part of the tree. Then I'm just gonna make some quick little lines. Which are really fun to make because it doesn't matter. They look really cool no matter if I get off or not. And again, it's a rainbow tree. Okay, make another one. Maybe make this one a little bit smaller. Have you started yours yet? I'm curious how you're doing on it. I'm gonna make this one go behind that one because when you look at the landscape there, that's generally how it goes, right? So I could make trees going all the way across there and it would look super cool. I have a lot of black space. I want to do things in more of my black space than I have black space left, so you want more color showing at the end than you might have right here. I could also do in the background, remember I told you I was just in the mountains? It was so amazing. The mountains are so gorgeous. And so they're not straight like that. They are bumpy because of how the landscape goes. It was super cool is as we looked up here at the very tip of these mountains, we could see snow. It was really cool. And I might just make some little quick sketches to make it look like the mountain has some depth to it, okay? And we'll get another couple trees in here because that looks a little bit like it needs more. I'm thinking about down below. Oh, I should do some seaweed, don't you think? I should do some seaweed. So, let's see. Seaweed's fun to do because there's not really any one type of seaweed, and sometimes they look like they have round, they almost look like they're a plant outside, right? Because actually they are, they're just underwater. So that's gonna be a little seaweed there. Then I might do other kinds that look more like grasses. Okay, I want some more wavy lines here, I think. Could add more fish. I'm gonna add a couple small ones. Again, I like those smiley fish. And this one, just gonna make it a little polka dot fish. And let's see, let's have that one have a little one with it. Little baby right here. So I'm gonna make that one also polka dotted. Now remember, you have 2 sheets, so you could do another water scene that maybe has a boat, like a canoe, and someone's canoeing, and there's a campsite and a campfire in the background. Or you could do someone with a big motorboat and they're being pulled on a tube. You've probably seen that. And the waves fly up. It'd be fun to make the drops of water with the waves falling up. And this, I'll show you, like, it could be raining out right now. This is gonna be kind of a teardrop. It actually rained a lot on our trip, and I was surprised because I always feel like when I go out west that there's not a lot of rain coming down. But we had some rainstorms. So those drops are fun to make, and it would be fun if you were doing someone being pulled on a tube, you had drops of water spraying up like this. You could do waterfalls, those are fun to do. So think about all the things, brainstorm what you could do. You could make a garden. That'd be fun. Doing flowers with this would be very fun. I hope you have a good time and do some really creative things. Take your time, enjoy it, and we'll see you next time.